Garage memories.
And welcome again to 6 Weeks to Wellness from inVibe Health with Jan Fitzpatrick. Jan, we're doing a 4-part series all about spring cleaning. And you're calling today's episode Garage Memories. What are we talking about garage memories?
Well, when my children were young, we lived in a home that had a single car garage, but it was so small that our car didn't fit in it. And we had no basement and no attic, and so the garage became our storage unit. And then, as you can imagine, it got a little crazy in there. And so every spring, we all got together, and we had a day where we cleaned it all out, put it all back together again.
Well, with that small amount of space, you absolutely have to do spring cleaning, right? So we're going to cover 3 things as we always do, and I'll give folks the quick rundown, and then we'll talk about them. So, your process, it sounds like, step 1 is take it all out, step 2 is clean it all out, and step 3 is organize it all.
Yeah,
so
that's what we did.
Let's talk about those in series. So what was the take it all out process like? Yeah.
Well, do you have a garage?
I do not have a garage.
Okay.
I have a lot of space, but I don't have a garage.
Well, if you do have a garage, think about it and think about taking everything out of your storage unit or out of your garage and putting it all over the driveway. That's what we did first. Things in the drawers, it didn't matter. Anything. It was out of there. And then we'd take a look at it, decide what we would do with everything. Maybe we'd even want to reorganize it and put maybe the workbench on a different side or whatever it would be we decided to do. But we'd look at everything and decide what to keep, what was worth keeping, what we needed to donate if it was still in good condition, and what just was absolute trash. And it was usually broken toys. The things we kept were usually, the lawn equipment, the lawnmower, the rake, and those kinds of things, and anything in the workbench. You can have too many screws.
Yes.
And nails.
And some of us can have too many screws loose too.
Yes.
Well, I love your process because I don't think I ever do it that way. So when I spring clean, I cheat, of course, because I'm only cleaning the surface. And by doing what you're doing, by removing everything, you're not only cleaning everything out and taking inventory, but you're also then having the opportunity to rearrange the space itself.
Yes, absolutely.
I might have to try that, Jen. That sounds like a totally different way than I would approach it, and a really good one. So you pull everything out. Now you know where everything was. All the things that were hiding in all those nooks and crannies and drawers and all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the next step is to clean it all out.
Right.
Those nooks and crannies were full of.
Cleaning it all out is our second part here.
Yeah.
So what happens in the clean out phase here?
Well, in the clean out phase, when you look in those nooks and crannies, lots of times there are dead bugs, there's spider webs, leaves, things that have blown in from outside that don't belong in there. And then everything was dusted. It was a rough out garage. It was not finished. Okay. So there are lots of nooks and crannies. Yes. Dusted, and I'd wash and clean all the windows and the doors and the sliding door and everything, and then just sweep the floor. And the last part was to get the hose out.
Okay, so you went you literally left no stone unturned.
Nothing.
And
if we're gonna do it once a year, I'm gonna do it.
Emptying it all out, cleaning it all out literally, and then hosing it down.
Yep.
All right, so now you've got a pristine, clean space. Your driveway is completely full of stuff. Hopefully,
Yes.
Hopefully it's good weather and you're getting this all done in one day, or you might have a problem here.
Yeah, it was a very long day.
Yeah. So let's wrap up the day and head for phase 3 here. So now you gotta organize it all and put it back.
Yeah. Right? And sometimes we bought, we go out and buy those racks where you can hang the things with the long handles, or maybe another piece of storage, something that might work. But everything had its place. I think I got that from my mom. But everything has its own place that makes logical sense, that's efficient, and everything's visible. So when you've finished, you could actually literally see, you could see the floor, number one, but you could also see All the walls and all the walls were organized, so you could see what was there, and everything was easy to find, and it had a place to go after you used it.
You know, the people I always envied, and I will never, ever get there. I just, you know, it's just not who I am. But I have gone into people's workspaces, and they not only had everything on those pegboards, but they actually had the outline of each tool on the pegboard. So when it was away, you knew exactly what was missing, and so there was that shape wrench went right there, and you knew that. I was like,
I never got to that.
I'm never going to get that far. My spring cleaning is far too superficial compared to yours, Jan. All right, so now that you've taken it all out, you've cleaned it all out, you've organized it all, you're ready for another year. So, any closing thoughts on this phase of your spring cleaning here?
Well, as I look back at what we did, now my children are grown, and I'm like you. I don't have a garage either. But spring cleaning has meant pretty much the same thing every year. You take everything out to better see what you have, evaluate what is worth keeping and what I should get rid of, and then finally putting everything back where it could be easily accessed and used again. And that can be sort of a process you use for more than just your physical self, more than your physical home. It might be a process you could apply in other areas as well.
Absolutely. And I think that process of spring cleaning really is, it affects your whole system, right? Your mind, your body, your spirit. I mean, it's all kind of in play. So there you have it. So we've been talking about Jan's garage memories of her process of dealing with the garage as part of the spring cleaning. We're going to do a whole 4-part series here about spring cleaning, but here this was garage memories. Jan's process that you might want to try. I think I might want to try it. Take it all out, literally. Clean the entire space out, sort through what's staying, what's going, and then organize it all as it goes back in. I would imagine your garage was a nice place by the time you're done with that.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss out on other things that are coming up that all have to do with spring cleaning. This is a 4-part series. If you don't want to miss out on that, you want to head over right now to inVibeHealth.com. Take advantage of Jan's offer. Get her free book. It's up on Amazon, but at inVibeHealth.com, all you have to do is click that book banner, put your name and email address, boom, you've got Jan's book just like that for the click of a mouse. And you're on Jan's email list, so you'll be notified about all the great things that she is putting out in terms of content and video and blog posts and all kinds of fabulous stuff. So don't miss out. Head over to inVibeHealth.com right now. Get connected to Jan Fitzpatrick. So Jan, I'm looking forward to the next phase of spring cleaning, so I will talk to you again very soon.
See you next time.